You said hello with your eyes looking down. I heard the words you never spoke out loud. There's a language we created in the silence, reading meanings in the space between the sound. Your coffee sits untouched, growing cold, while stories in your expression unfold. I'm learning how to listen to what you don't say, finding truth in the subtle way you look away. And every pause holds a confession, every glance becomes a question. I'm decoding all the signs you leave behind in this conversation undefined. We're writing stories between the lines, in the margins of what we can't define. You're the chapter I keep reading through, between the lines. I'm finding you, words unspoken but I understand. The language written on your hands, every gesture, every sigh, between the lines, you and I. I memorize the way you bite your lip when there's something that you want to admit. The nervous laughter when you're feeling scared. All these details show me that you cared. We don't need dictionaries or perfect speech. Your silence says more than words could reach. I'm fluent in the dialect of your heart, been studying every subtle part. And every pause holds a confession, every glance becomes a question. These invisible threads connect our minds in the spaces between the lines. We're writing stories between the lines, in the margins of what we can't define. You're the chapter I keep reading through, between the lines. I'm finding you, words unspoken but I understand. The language written on your hands, every gesture, every sigh, between the lines, you and I. Maybe we're afraid of being too clear, maybe ambiguity keeps you near, but I found poetry in your restraint, and truth in what you never say. The secret language that we've made is more honest than the words we trade. We're writing stories between the lines, in the margins of what we can't define. You're the chapter I keep reading through, between the lines. I'm finding you, words unspoken but I understand. The language written on your hands, every gesture, every sigh, between the lines, you and I. Between the lines, we come alive. Found your smile in a box beneath my bed. Colors bleeding out, but I remember red. The sweater that you wore that October day. Some memories fade, but some refuse to stay away. Your hand in mine, captured in that frame. The edges curl, but feelings stay the same. I trace your face with my fingertip tonight, wishing I could step back into that light. I'm holding on to what's disappearing. The image blurs, but you're still here, and time keeps stealing what I'm trying to save. These photographs are all that remain. We're just fading Polaroids. but not the feeling of your fading Polaroids of yesterday. There's a ring on the table where your cup used to be, a permanent reminder of temporary dreams. You said forever over breakfast in July. Now I'm counting all the ways we said goodbye. The ceramic circle won't wash clean like the hope we had of what we'd been. Every morning now I see that mark and remember when you had my heart. These little marks that won't wash out, they're all I have when you're not around. Evidence of love that slipped away in the ordinary light of day. Coffee stains and promises we couldn't keep written on my heart too deep. The morning light still looks the same, but nothing here calls out your name. Just coffee stains and broken promises. All the plans we made, we missed. You're gone, but traces still remain. Coffee stains and all this pain. I still brew 2 cups out of habits forced. Take my coffee black now filled with remorse. You liked your sweet 3 sugars, extra cream. Now the combination haunts my dreams. The kitchen smells like what we used to be before the bitter truth set us free. I can't throw out your favorite mug. It holds memories of more than love. These little marks that won't wash out, permanent like my every doubt about whether we were meant to be or just a temporary reverie. Coffee stains and promises we couldn't keep written on my heart too deep. The morning light still looks the same, but nothing here calls out your name. Just coffee stains and broken promises. All the plans we made, we missed. You're gone, but traces still remain. Coffee stains and all this pain. Maybe I should sand the table down, erase the evidence you were around. But I'm not ready to let go completely of the ghost of you that visits me sweetly. In the morning when the kettle sings, remembering all those little things. Coffee stains and promises we couldn't keep written on my heart too deep. The morning light still looks the same, but nothing here calls out your name. Just coffee stains and broken promises. All the plans we made, we missed. You're gone, but traces still remain. Coffee stains and all this pain. These coffee stains won't fade away. "6 feet feels like 60 miles tonight. You're right here, but somewhere out of sight. We used to feel like pieces of a song. Now I'm wondering where it all went wrong. Sitting on the same couch, worlds apart. Can't remember when we lost our start. Your phone lights up your distant face, and I'm stuck here in this empty space, reaching out but never touching, saying words that mean nothing. We're together but alone in a house that's not a home. The space between us keeps on growing, like a river that won't stop flowing. We're on different shores, same sea. The space between you and me is wider than it's ever been. I don't know how to cross again. The space between us, cold and vast, makes me wonder how long we'll last. I talk about my day, you barely hear. Your mind is somewhere far from here. We used to stay up talking until dawn. Now silence stretches on and on. I reach for your hand, you pull away, like there's something you can't say. This distance isn't measured in feet, it's in every moment we don't meet. Reaching out but never touching. Every day we're losing something, building walls instead of bridges now, but I don't remember how. The space between us keeps on growing, like a river that won't stop flowing. We're on different shores, same sea. The space between you and me is wider than it's ever been. I don't know how to cross again. The space between us, cold and vast, makes me wonder how long we'll last. When did we become strangers in our home? When did together start to feel alone? I miss the version of us we used to be, before this canyon grew between you and me. Can we build a bridge, or is it too late? Is this distance something we create? The space between us keeps on growing, like a river that won't stop flowing. We're on different shores, same sea. The space between you and me is wider than it's ever been. I don't know how to cross again. The space between us, cold and vast. I'm not sure how long we'll last. The space between us is all we have. We move in circles, predictable and true. Every tick and talk leads back to you. Wound up tight by habits we can't break. Sometimes I wonder if we're real or fake. 7 a.m. we kiss goodbye the same. 8 p.m. we're playing house again. Rehearsed conversation, scripted smiles. We've been running on routine for miles. Going through the motions, set on repeat. Missing the magic in the machinery. We're synchronized but something's wrong. Just going through the rhythm of our song. We're just clockwork hearts beating in time, synchronized but never quite aligned. I can predict your every move these days. You laugh at jokes before I reach the phrase. We've memorized this dance so perfectly. Lost spontaneity to efficiency. Tuesday night means pizza and a show. Friday evening, same place we always go. The gears are turning smooth and clean, but where's the passion in this machine? Going through the motions set on repeat. Comfortable but incomplete. We're running like a well-oiled clock, but somewhere we forgot to stop. We're just clockwork hearts beating in time, synchronized but never quite aligned. Turn the key and watch us spin around. Clockwork hearts making mechanical sounds. Maybe we forgot how to feel. When did our love become a deal? Ticking right on cue. Clockwork hearts, me and you. What if we broke the routine just once? What if we let chaos have its run? Throw away the schedule, lose the plan. Remember what it's like to be human. Can we rust these gears and let them seize? Trade precision for uncertainty. We're just clockwork hearts beating in time, synchronized but never quite aligned. Turn the key and watch us spin around. Clockwork hearts making mechanical sounds. Maybe we forgot how to feel. Let's break this pattern, make it real. Stop the tick and break on through. More than clockwork, me and you. Let's be more than clockwork hearts. Every moment with you comes with an expiration date. Counting down the hours, trying not to calculate. When the world will pull you back to where you belong, and I'll be here alone, replaying our song. You've got a life waiting in another town, and I got roots here that hold me down. We knew from the start this couldn't last, but we dove in anyway, moving too fast. The clock keeps ticking louder now. I'm trying to forget somehow that you would never really mind just visiting my timeline. We're living on borrowed time, stealing moments that aren't mine. Every kiss feels like the last, running from a future that's coming fast. On borrowed time, you're almost gone, holding tight but not for long, making memories I'll pay for later. On borrowed time, with you my heartbreaker. Your suitcase sits there in the corner of my room, a constant reminder of the coming doom. You talk about next week like it's guaranteed, but I know better than to plant that seed. 3 more days turn into 2, then suddenly I'm losing you. Oh, trying to fit forever in a borrowed days, living like there's infinite stealing moments that aren't mine. Every kiss feels like the last, running from a future that's coming fast. On borrowed time, you're almost gone, holding tight but not for long, making memories I'll pay for later. On borrowed time with you, my heartbreaker. This borrowed time is all we'll have, is all we'll have. I'm searching through the frequencies at 2 a.m., trying to find that song that sounds like you again. But all I hear is noise between the stations, a broken transmission, incomplete conversations. The dial keeps spinning, nothing's clear, just fragments of a voice I used to hear. White noise fills my empty room tonight, as I search for signals in the absent light. I keep turning the dial, hoping I'll find a signal that brings you back tonight. But connection's lost somewhere between the static in my fever dreams. You static on the radio, a voice I used to know, coming in and fading out. I'm lost in all this doubt. Oh, just static on the radio. You're somewhere I can't go, trying to tune into your frequency, but you're just noise and mystery. Static on the radio tonight. Sometimes I catch a word or two that sounds like you, then it disappears before I know it's true. Am I hearing echoes of what it used to be, or manufacturing your ghost to comfort me? The interference grows stronger every day as your signal drifts further away. I adjust the antenna, desperate and alone, searching for a frequency to call home. I keep turning the dial, hope we're running thin, waiting for your voice to break back in. But all these channels sound the same without you calling out my name. You're static on the radio, a voice I used to know, coming in and fading out. I'm lost in all this doubt. Oh, just static on the radio. You're somewhere I can't go, trying to tune into your frequency, but you're just noise and mystery. Static on the radio tonight. Maybe I should change the station, find a new communication, but I'm stuck here in between the clearest signal I've ever seen and the silence that it leaves when the broadcast ends and you're not received. You're static on the radio, a voice I used to know, coming in and fading out. I'm lost in all this doubt. Just static on the radio. You're somewhere I can't go, trying to tune into your frequency, but you're just noise and mystery. Can't find you on the radio, just static in the undertow of memories that won't let go. Static on the radio. threw them in the air, hoping one might fly and land somewhere you care. Sitting by the window watching clouds go by, imagining you thinking of me under the same sky. Each crease a careful hope, each fold a prayer, that somehow, somewhere you'll find them there. I launch another paper plane with your name, playing this impossible long-distance game. These fragile hopes on paper wings, flying toward impossible things, carried by the wind of maybe. In my head you still want me. Paper planes and daydreams, nothing's ever what it seems. I'm throwing love notes to the wind, hoping you'll pick one up again. Paper planes won't bring you home, but I keep dreaming on my own. Fantasy is all I have left. Paper planes and daydreams of us. I write your name in margins of my day, craft scenarios where you decide to stay, building castles in the air so high they disappear when I open my eyes. Reality can't reach me in this space where I can still imagine your embrace. These paper planes keep me company in the world where you still love me. These fragile hopes on paper wings, they never land on real things, but in my mind we're still together in this fantasy forever. Paper planes and daydreams, nothing's ever what it seems. I'm throwing love notes to the wind, hoping you'll pick one up again. Paper planes won't bring you home, but I keep dreaming on my own. Fantasy is all I have left. Paper planes and daydreams of us. I know you're not coming back, but imagination fills the gaps you left in this safe space I've created here. You never left, you're always near. Maybe I should put the paper down, stop floating hopes around this town. But one more plane won't hurt, I guess. One more dream to help me rest. Paper planes and daydreams, nothing's ever what it seems. I'm throwing love notes to the wind, hoping you'll pick one up again. Paper planes won't bring you home, but I keep dreaming on my own. Fantasy is all I have left. Paper planes and daydreams of us. I'll keep folding paper planes, even though it's all in vain. Your laughter still bounces off these walls. I hear your footsteps walking down the halls. The furniture remembers where you used to sit. This house is full of you, but you're not in it. Every corner whispers your name to me. In this haunted domesticity, I moved nothing since you walked away, hoping somehow you come back to stay. Every corner holds a ghost of us. Everything I see too much. Your presence lingers in the air. I turn around but you're not there. yourself to wash it up. Your book is open to page 53, like you just stepped out momentarily. The thermostat is set to your preferred degree. Little artifacts of our history, this museum of our love preserved everything except what I deserve. Every corner holds a ghost of us. The silence says so much. Your absence is a presence here, more real than when you were near. There are echoes in empty rooms, shadows where you used to move. I'm surrounded by your memory, but all alone in this vacancy. Echoes in empty rooms tonight. Your ghost walks in the pale moonlight. I can't escape what's not really here. These echoes ringing loud and clear. Should I pack away your things, erase the echoes that still sing, or keep this shrine to what we were, where your ghost and I conquer? That something beautiful once lived in these rooms that now just give echoes back of empty space where I loved you face to face. There are echoes in empty rooms, shadows where you used to move. I'm surrounded by your memory, but all alone in this vacancy. Echoes in empty rooms tonight. Your ghost walks in the pale moonlight. I can't escape what's not really here. These echoes ringing loud and clear. An empty room, you still appear. Just echoes that I hold dear. Platform lights are flickering, it's getting late. I'm holding my ticket, but I hesitate. One more minute, one more look at your face. Knowing when I leave, I can't replace this place. The departure board counts down my remaining time. With you here on the platform, almost mine. But my real life waits at the journey's end. And this was always temporary, my friend. The conductor's calling out my name. Nothing's ever gonna be the same once I step onto that train and watch you disappear in rain. I'm taking the last train home, leaving everything we've known, watching you fade in the distance. This is what it feels like letting go. On the last train home, back to where I belong alone. Your hand slips out of mine on the last train home tonight. I memorize the way you're standing there, the autumn wind moving through your hair. This image has to last me all my life. This moment sharp and beautiful as a knife. The whistle blows, it's really time now. I don't know how to say goodbye somehow. Words feel insufficient for this pain. A of loving someone I'll never see again. The doors are closing, ceiling fade. Love arrived a lifetime too late. I find my seat and watch you wait, remembering everything we gave. I'm taking the last train home, leaving everything we've known, watching you fade in the distance. This is what it feels like letting go. On the last train home, back to where I belong alone. Your hand slips out of mine on the last train home tonight. Through the window, you're getting smaller as the train picks up speed. My heart stays there on the platform while the rest of me leaves. I'll carry you in memory on this journey back to reality, where you're just a beautiful detour that I'll forever be grateful for. I'm taking the last train home, leaving everything we've known, watching you fade in the distance. This is what it feels like letting go. On the last train home, back to where I belong alone. Your hand slips out of mine on the last train home tonight. I'll never take this train again. Some journeys have to end. Last train home, goodbye, my friend. My playlist all mixed up with your favorite songs. I can't untangle where you end and I belong. Every melody reminds me of your voice. Getting lost in the noise wasn't really a choice. You put that indie track on repeat one night. Now I can hear it without seeing your light. The bassline pulses like my anxious heart. Every song is tangled with the way we fell apart. Trying to separate the wires, but you're connected to my entire musical identity now. Can't remember music without you somehow. Life like tangled headphones in my pocket. Can't unravel it, I've tried to stop it. Every song's a knot that pulls me back to you. Tangled headphones and tangled feelings too. I can't seem to break through this mess of me and you. Tangled up in melodies that won't set me free. I skip through stations trying to escape. Every frequency carries your shape. You're in the lyrics I don't even know, in instrumental pieces that just flow. I made a playlist trying to forget. 40 songs later we haven't broken up yet. The algorithm knows before I do that all my music leads me back to you. Trying to cut the connection clean, but you're woven through every scene. Every beat, every refrain has your fingerprints all over the page. Life like tangled headphones in my pocket. Can't unravel it, I've tried to stop it. Every song's a knot that pulls me back to you. Tangled headphones and tangled feelings too. I can't seem to break through this mess of me and you. Tangled up in melodies that won't set me free. Maybe I should delete it all, start fresh with silence in these walls. But music was our language when words failed, and without these songs I story isn't fully told. I'm tangled up, but maybe that's okay. Some knots aren't meant to come away. You're part of every song I'll ever hear, and maybe I want you to stay near. Life like tangled headphones in my pocket, can't unravel it, don't wanna stop it. Every song's a knot that pulls me back to you. Tangled headphones and tangled feelings too. Maybe I don't wanna break through. Maybe I like this mess of me and you. Tangled up in melodies, these songs are all I need of you and me. Tangled headphones, tangled hearts, music keeps us from drifting too far apart. The city sleeps but we're wide awake, talking about nothing, everything's at stake. Your secrets sound different at 3 a.m. The darkness makes us honest now and then. We whisper truths we never say in day. Confessions that the sunshine takes away. There's something sacred about this hour, when vulnerability becomes our power. When the sun comes up, will you remember everything we said in late December? These midnight truths we can't take back, or will they fade to black? These midnight conversations are my favorite complications. When the world fades away, it's just us two, saying things we never say when mornings do. Midnight conversations with you are more honest than the afternoon. In the dark we find our truth. These midnight conversations, me and you. You tell me about your childhood fears, stories you've been holding back for years. I share my dreams that seem too big by day, but in the dark they don't sound so insane. The night gives us permission to be real, to actually say the things we feel. No performance, no pretending now, just authenticity allowed. When the sun comes up, will we forget these promises we haven't kept yet? Will we pretend we didn't bare our souls, or let these conversations make us These midnight conversations are my favorite complications. When the world fades away, it's just us two, saying things we never say when mornings do. Midnight conversations with you are more honest than the afternoon. In the dark we find our truth. These midnight conversations, me and you. Let's stay up until the dawn, keep the sacred moment going on before reality creeps in, and we have to pretend again that we're not this close, this real, that we don't actually feel everything we're saying now. Let's make a solemn vow. These midnight conversations are my favorite complications. When the world fades away, it's just us two, saying things we never say when mornings do. Midnight conversations with you are more honest than the afternoon. In the dark we find our truth. These midnight conversations, me and you. Let's keep talking till the morning light. started saying something and you looked away. I've been trying to fill in the blanks for days. Words hanging in the air like smoke. The truth you couldn't say is what broke. I heard I think we need to, then nothing more. Now I'm standing at a half-open door, wondering what comes after your ellipsis. What revelation did I miss? I'm reading into every pause, looking for the missing clause, trying to complete your thoughts with theories that I've got. We're all unfinished sentences now, starting thoughts we don't know how to complete or let them go. Stories with no ending that I'll never know. Unfinished sentences remain incomplete and unexplained. You left me hanging mid-phrase in this grammatical maze. It's not that I don't love you, but that conjunction keeps my stomach in a knot. Everything before but doesn't count when you never finish. The amount of doubt you're carrying inside, all the reasons that you hide behind these fragments of confession, incomplete expression. I'm reading into every pause, trying to determine the cause of why you stopped before the truth, before the period of proof. We're all unfinished sentences now, starting thoughts we don't know how to complete or let them go. Stories with no ending that I'll never know. Unfinished sentences remain incomplete and unexplained. You left me hanging mid-phrase in this grammatical maze. Maybe silence says more than words ever could. Maybe I should understand it if I were good at reading between your hesitation. But I need the full conversation. Can you finish what you started to say? Give me closure or let me walk away. I'm stuck in the middle of your thought, in the sentence where we got caught. We're all unfinished sentences now, starting thoughts we don't know how to complete or let them go. Stories with no ending that I'll never know. Unfinished sentences remain incomplete and unexplained. You left me hanging mid-phrase in this grammatical maze. Please finish what you were trying to say, or let these fragments fade away. Unfinished sentences define what we had undefined. You don't have to say a word, I understand. The quiet speaks louder than I can stand. Your eyes tell me stories your mouth won't confess. And nothing hurts more than this emptiness. I ask you questions, you just turn away. The absence of your voice is what you say. This heavy quiet fills up all the space where conversations used to take place. The words you won't say are crushing me. Your silence is too loud to breathe. Every moment that you don't speak makes me feel more incomplete. The weight of your silence is pulling me down, drowning in the absence of sound. I'm screaming but you won't respond. The weight of your silence goes on and on. It's heavier than goodbye, louder than if you would cry. This weight of silence keeps more than reaching for a ghost hand. Your silence is a weapon you don't mean to use, but it's sharper than the words you refuse to give me closure or an explanation. Just this suffocating situation. The words you won't say are crushing me. This quiet is too loud to breathe. Your silence has so much to say. It's pushing me further away. The weight of your silence is pulling me down, drowning in the absence of sound. I'm screaming but you won't respond. The weight of your silence goes on and on. It's heavier than goodbye, louder than if you would cry. This weight of your silence kills more than words ever will. Say something, say anything at all, even if it's painful. Let me hear you call my name with anger or with regret. Just don't leave me drowning in this quiet thread. Your silence is a story I can't read, full of meanings I don't need to imagine. In the empty space where your voice should take its place. The weight of your silence is pulling me down, drowning in the absence of sound. I'm screaming but you won't respond. The weight of your silence goes on and on. It's heavier than goodbye, louder than if you would cry. This weight of your silence kills more than words ever will. Break this silence, give me sound before this weight pulls me down. The weight of your silence now is more than I'll allow. I found a stack of memories written in your hand, messages from places we had planned. Wish you were here, but now you're far away. These postcards from yesterday won't fade, each one a frozen moment in time when your thoughts were still partly mine. Stamps from cities we dreamed we'd explore. Now I'm reading wishes from before, reading words from who we used to be when you still wanted to send these to me. Every postcard is a little time machine, taking me back to what we'd been. Postcards from yesterday, from a time I can't replay. Every word's a little window to the past when I thought we would last. Postcards from yesterday remind me of the us we used to be, written in your careful script. Memories that time won't strip. The sunset here would make, the sunset here would make you cry. You wrote from somewhere coastal, distant and remote. I bought you something from the local shop, a promise that our distance wouldn't stop the love we had from growing even more. Each postcard was a future to look forward for, but now they're artifacts of what we planned, unopened dreams written in your hand. Reading words from who we used to be before life changed our trajectory. Every postcard holds a parallel life where you still might have been my wife. Postcards from yesterday, from a time I can't replay. Every word's a little window to the past when I thought we would last. Postcards from yesterday remind me of the us we used to be, written in your careful script. Memories not just a dream or passing months. Postcards from yesterday, from a time I can't replay. Every word's a little window to the past when I thought we would last. Postcards from yesterday remind me of the us we used to be. Written in your careful script, memories that time won't strip. These postcards from yesterday are all I have of us today. Frozen moments, wishes sent from a love that came and went. We've been dancing to avoid what's coming next, moving to the rhythm, ignoring all the rest. But the song is fading, I can feel the end. What happens to us when the music stops? My friend, your hand in mine, we're spinning round and round. Use all this motion to avoid the solid ground. The melody has carried us this far, but silence is approaching like a distant star. The final note is hanging in the air. Will you still want me standing there when there's nothing left to dance to? Will you still want me the way I want you? When the music stops, will you stay or will the silence drive you away? We've been spinning in this melody so long, but when the music stops, will we be strong? When the music stops, what are we? Just two people or a symphony? I'm afraid to find out the truth. When the music stops, will I still have you? Every song must end eventually, they say, but I've been hoping ours would somehow play forever in a loop that never breaks. But now I feel the ground beneath us shake, the tempo slowing down, I feel it in my bones. Soon we'll face each other all alone, without the soundtrack hiding what we lack. Will you still hold me when the music fades to black? The final note is almost here. I'm paralyzed by this fear that we're just dancers in a temporary trance, and without music we don't stand a chance. When the music stops, will you stay or will the silence drive you away? We've been spinning in this melody so long, but when the music stops, will we be strong? When the music stops, what are we? Just two people or a symphony? I'm afraid to find out the truth. When the music stops, will I still have you? Maybe we're more than just this song. Maybe the silence won't feel wrong. Maybe we'll find we're better in the quiet than we ever were in this beautiful riot. Or maybe the music was all we had, and without it we'll both be sad. But we'll never know until it ends if we're lovers or just dance floor friends. When the music stops, I hope you'll stay. Don't let the silence drive you away. We've been spinning in this melody so long. Let's prove when the music stops, we're still strong. When the music stops, we'll still be more than just a symphony. I'm not afraid to face the truth. When the music stops, lives will carry on.